The New York Knicks have hacked the NBA, as there was a serious problem heading into the offseason for the team, and now through a recent move, they just found a loophole once again, while also this will impact how they go about the rest of their offseason in regards to some trades as well. And we're going to break all of this down. What's up, guys? Welcome back to Knicks Digest. It's Chris here, and we're going to jump right into things as always. If you guys are part of that 71% that's not subscribed to Knicks Digest, subscribe right now. We got daily videos. You do not want to miss out on all the great content that we have, but let's jump into it. There is a lot to go over here, as the Knicks recently made a move, signing this man, James Naji, to the team, or will be signing this man, James Naji, to the team. He has decided to come over and pursue his NBA dream, and in the process, that does mean that the Knicks have added another big man to the roster. He's going to play for the Knicks in the Summer League, and if he plays well, we'll see what happens from there. However, he is on the Knicks. He was traded to the Knicks in the Karl-Anthony Towns deal. His draft rights did get sent over to New York from Charlotte when the Knicks traded Mamadi Diakite, Dwayne Washington Jr., and Daquan Jeffries to the Hornets in a way to dump off some salary, and because of that, the Knicks got back the rights to James Naji. Now, Naji is a solid player, and we remember from the video I recently did that the Knicks now have him on their team. And look, he played at Barcelona for a while. Honestly, I don't know what the hell that was. He played with Rokas Jokubaitis, who the Knicks also own the draft rights to, as we know from the prior video that Rokas is likely not coming over to the Knicks ever, but Naji's numbers don't jump out. They're not crazy numbers by any standard. They're more just lower ranked numbers. I mean, you look at the numbers entirely. It's not like he was taking a bunch of jump shots, or taking shots, I should be saying, or scoring a bunch, or getting a ton of rebounds. But remember, the EuroLeague numbers are always a lot less than what happens in America in the NBA, just because the different pace of the game and all that, and it's a different style. I mean, Luka Doncic said it's harder to score in the EuroLeague. There's a lot more leniency with fouls. But the Knicks, in this process, through adding Naji to the roster, have found themselves a perfect situation. Because we know the Knicks have a salary issue, and it was mentioned by Yossi Golzan that the Knicks could sign James Naji to the rookie minimum, which is $1 million less than the veteran minimum. Since he's a former second-round pick, they have the rights to. They'd get more room to use that 5.7 tax MLE under the second apron. Since the Knicks now have Naji's draft rights, they can manipulate the salary cap a little bit by signing him to a rookie minimum deal. That becomes important because we know the Knicks' salary situation is not great. We look at the salary cap table right now. The Knicks are pretty close. They're already over that first apron. They're pretty close to that second apron. In total, they have around $12 million to work with when it's all going to be said and done by the time the offseason hits. That's not a lot. You're paying a little bit over because now you get a little bit more to your taxpayer mid-level exception. You go over $5.7 million. So they're going to be paying around half of that to some guy who can come off the bench and give him real production, because we all know they do need help off that bench regardless. On top of that, what we're also seeing is now the team having more money and not having to just stack up minimum contracts so they could stay under the second apron, something the Knicks front office has been hell-bent about doing. So obviously this plays a huge part into what the offseason is going to look like, and adding Naji onto the team is going to be interesting. However, Naji still needs to make the roster. He needs to prove that he belongs, and he's going to get that chance, and that was revealed by Jared Schwartz of the Post, who said that he's already in New York and working out with the Knicks. Naji expects to be with the team at Summer League in Las Vegas with a chance to make the roster, and his agent said, hopefully after the Summer League, we can reach an agreement. That's the plan from both sides. It's 50-50. It depends how he does. He's coming in great shape. Everything will be based on his performance in the Summer League. So it all is going to come down to that at the end of the day. So obviously, it fully depends on Naji. How's he going to perform in the Summer League? We know some of the other younger Knicks will be there as well. We'll likely see Anton Watson play there. We'll almost certainly see Anton Watson play there. We might, probably not, but we could see Marjon Beauchamp there. I don't think so. He's been in the NBA for a little bit now, so that seems unlikely. We will likely see Tyler Kolek. We will see Pacome Dadier. We will see Kevin McCullough Jr. We'll likely see Ariel Huck-Porty. So we're going to see a couple of these guys who are returning to the Summer League. Some of these younger Knicks who are on these cheap contracts because they were just drafted. And Naji, the same goes for him. He was just drafted in 2023 and will be a rookie when he gets to New York. So he's going to come in. He's going to play in the Summer League, which he's done once before as well. In that Summer League process, he played twice. Both times for the Hornets in Las Vegas and Sacramento. There was that one game in Sacramento, so he really just did play that one time in Vegas for those 6 games. And look, he was good, don't get me wrong. I mean, the man put up 17 and a half minutes, and in that span, he was getting 3.5 points, pulling down 7 rebounds. The numbers were nice. Again, not shooting the ball a bunch, but he did have 2.2 blocks. The man was blocking shots like there was no tomorrow. He did a great job. He did, not necessarily a great job, but he was good. He showed promise, and that's been the thing about James Naji is can he really show all that promise that he's got? The Knicks have Ariel Hukporti, who is their young big man, who they're very, very, very excited about. He put up 7.3 points and 7 rebounds in the NBA G League this year with limited minutes on the floor in the NBA. That definitely did not help with him tearing his meniscus as well. So we'll see Hukporti in there, and he'll be the starter. So Naji's going to come off the bench for this Knicks Summer League team as long as Hukporti is there, which we should expect to see Hukporti in the Summer League with the Knicks. If he's not, I'll kind of be bummed out. I want to see Hukporti play. But it does mean Naji will likely be the starter instead, which does work out for the Knicks trying to evaluate him. Now, just taking a look at some of the breakdowns on him, what we've seen from Naji is a guy who's got tons of potential. I'm not going to read this whole thing out to you, but he's got tons of potential. He's very, very strong. He's an excellent rebounder. He gets into the paint with anger and is just really difficult to stop when he's down low because he's a big guy who gets a lot of good rebounds. He's an excellent defender both in space, on the perimeter he can defend. He's very, very, very athletic. Excellent shot blocker. His timing is perfect. Uses both hands. So he does a lot of good. Now, there are also problems, and basically when you look at the weaknesses, it's basically just to sugarcoat it, to not sugarcoat it, there's just like no potential of him ever becoming any sort of perimeter threat whatsoever. We'll probably never see him take a shot outside the paint that's not a free throw throughout the entire time he's in the NBA. It'd be surprising if he did. It's just not going to happen. He's not going to be a ball handler. It's going to be a lot of what you see out of those backup rim running guys. They're not taking jump shots. They're not dribbling the ball at all. There's a lot of similarities to Mitchell Robinson here. There is a lot of similarities to Mitch, and Mitchell Robinson does have an impact in this all. We know that Mitchell Robinson's making $12 million this year, and because of that, the Knicks, who might want to get a little farther away from that apron, could look to move Mitchell Robinson for a lesser contract, or could look to move Mitchell Robinson because they know that he's due for an extension, and they don't think they're going to pay him because they're going to opt to pay Mikal Bridges. They're going to opt to pay Josh Hart, and they're going to let Mitch walk. Mitch is the one guy who was not drafted by or acquired to this team by Leon Rose. So he's held out, and he's great. It's because Mitchell Robinson just is transcending teams. Like, he could fit in on any team because every team could use the best offensive rebounder in basketball who's blocking shots. It's just part of the game that people love to see. So with Naji coming in, if he could perform well, then we could easily see him start to get some real burn here. I mean, look at the way Naji plays. I mean, like, first of all, it looks like Mitch in every sense of the word. He sets good screens. He rolls off the screens quickly. He fights to get those offensive rebounds, puts them right back up and right in. Look at the positioning that he has. It's excellent. He knows exactly how to get around guys or just straight up go over them. And he fights through contact. When he's under the rim, he does want to score the ball. And I mean, he's always chasing offensive rebounds. He's always chasing defensive rebounds. The man knows his role well, which is huge for a guy who's going to come into Summer League. He's not trying to show anything more than what he is, and he's trying to show that what he is enough for an NBA team, namely the Knicks, to pick him up and to do something with James Naji here. I mean, the way he defended a pick and roll and drop coverage was excellent. Obviously, Thibodeau's not here anymore, so the drop coverage could drop off, but still, he can also switch. He can guard the perimeter. We don't see him here in these highlights because, again, he's a paint presence in every sense of the word, but he's a super good athlete as well. I'm excited about James Naji. I'm looking forward to watching him. I'm also looking forward to the fact that the Knicks now have figured out a way to work out some more money. It's going to be easier for them to fill out the roster with a few other talented players, that means, which is important for this Knicks team. So I'm looking forward to seeing what goes down. Obviously, this is going to be helpful, and I do think the Knicks will likely sign Naji to that rookie deal just to avoid having to pay someone more because they're going to sign minimum guys. We know that. We know they're going to sign a few minimum contracts because every team does in the offseason. Naji makes less, so he keeps you farther away from that apron. Obviously, it comes the zero NBA experience, but if he plays well in Summer League, I would not be shocked if Naji gets signed. Very likely that he does get signed to a two-way contract at first and then gets brought on an outright deal. That's what the Knicks did with Ariel Hukporti. That's kind of what I'm assuming they'll do with James Naji and have him burn in the G League a bit because Hukporti's going to be over him unless Naji goes nuclear in the G League or in the Summer League, and then subsequently the G League as well. He'll probably still find himself there a lot. So it comes down to that. But Hukporti will be over him, and obviously a lot of this depends on what happens with Mitchell Robinson. What do you guys think is going to happen? What do you want to see out of James Naji? Let me know in the comments down below. Like this video, subscribe, turn on post notifications. I don't want to see Mitchell Robinson get traded. I'm just saying it's likely. Have a great day, and go Knicks.